I think we are all standing in front of a generational shift. You know, when Anton Osika, the mind behind the platform Lovable, dropped that line, it wasn't just your typical startup hype. It was a clear, urgent observation about the massive, rapid technological evolution we are literally living through right now. Welcome to The Explainer. If you are an early-stage software founder, an aspiring builder, or honestly just someone trying to make sense of where tech is heading next, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're breaking down an absolute masterclass in modern company building.
Okay, let's dive into this. We're looking at what I like to call the founder's playbook. We're going to extract the core insights from Osika's recent discussions on building Lovable and distill them into highly actionable advice, specifically for you, early-stage software founders. The landscape has completely changed. The rules of the game have shifted, and the traditional barriers, they're dropping fast. We're going to explore exactly how erasing development friction and forging the right AI partnerships can totally redefine your startup journey.
To keep things moving, here's the structure for today's explainer. We've got 4 pillars. First, the generational shift. Second, erasing development friction. Third, the collaborative AI partnership. And number 4, the ultimate AI moat.
Let's hit pillar number 1, the generational shift, navigating the high-paced tech world.
We are operating in an environment right now with an intensity that is honestly hard to overstate. Just to give you a sense of the sheer speed we're talking about, Lovable launched their product and saw absolutely incredible user growth in just 2 months. 2 months! That staggering velocity means running a tech company today is simply not for the faint of heart. Building fast requires immense resilience, and yeah, it is a relentless grind. But Osika points out this absolutely critical balance that early-stage founders have to strike. It's not just about pushing code and scaling at breakneck speed just because you can. It's really about how you manage that speed.
So, the crucial point here is that you have to embrace this high-paced environment. Everyone's got to move really fast right now. But you must do so responsibly. As a founder wielding this incredible new technological power, you actually have a duty to be extremely thoughtful about how your rapid innovations affect humanity as a whole. Think of it this way. Speed is your engine, right? But responsibility, that literally has to be your steering wheel.
All right, moving right along to our second pillar, erasing development friction and unlocking human agency.
The very mechanics of how we build companies are fundamentally changing. Historically, building a tech startup meant you had to navigate incredibly complex coding languages, overcome massive technical barriers, and spend huge amounts of time and money just to get a basic MVP off the ground. But in this new era, platforms like Lovable are letting anyone build software, simply by having an intuitive conversation. You just chat, and the software is built. We are completely tearing down the walls of who gets to be a creator in the first place. And man, that is a massive paradigm shift.
Now, what's really interesting about this unlocked potential is what Osika says here. There is fundamentally more human agency that's unlocked when frictions for starting a company start disappearing. When you remove all that development friction, you aren't just creating a cool new developer tool. You're empowering every single person out there who has a great idea but previously lacked the technical chops to execute it. You're unlocking entirely new economies just by putting the power of creation directly into their hands.
And hey, this isn't some distant sci-fi future. We are literally talking about millions. Millions of people are already leveraging this friction-free building environment on top of platforms like Lovable right now. They're seeing real societal problems and they're just building solutions for them live, in real time, because the barrier to entry has essentially vanished. If you're an early-stage founder, this right here, this is your new playground.
Which brings us nicely to our third pillar, the collaborative AI partnership, beyond the vendor mindset.
If you're an early-stage founder today, you're obviously relying heavily on major AI platform providers to power your product. Now, in the traditional paradigm, you treat those tech stack providers like a standard customer-vendor relationship. It's purely transactional. You pay for a service, you get the service. But to succeed now, you need a profound mental shift. As things exploded for Lovable, their relationship with Anthropic fundamentally evolved. They got dedicated people from the Anthropic team jumping in. It stopped feeling like a vendor transaction and started feeling like they were genuinely building something together.
So here is some direct, actionable advice for you early-stage AI founders out there. Do not isolate yourself. You need to treat AI platform providers as true collaborative partners. Dig deep into the partnership. Actively ask them for help. Spend time with their team. The most important thing to remember is that behind these massive, intimidating AI models are real humans who actually genuinely care about seeing you succeed. Lean on them. Build with them. Let's move to our fourth and final pillar,
the ultimate AI moat, building trust through craft.
In a world where AI kind of makes the underlying technology somewhat commoditized, founders are constantly asking, what's my moat? How do I actually defend my business? Well, the answer might surprise you. It isn't a proprietary algorithm. It's not some secret lockdown dataset. The most underrated moat in AI is trust. It is incredibly rare in the AI space to find a trusted brand that people genuinely love and keep coming back to. If you can build that, you have built an unbelievably powerful defense against your competition.
But how do you actually get there? As Osika points out, that's not something that you magically achieve. It's about the craft and every detail of what you're doing. Earning a user's trust, especially when you're taking something as historically frustrating and complex as software development and trying to make it feel delightfully simple, requires an absolute obsessive dedication to your craft.
If you want to earn that trust moat, you can borrow directly from Lovable's core playbook. You have to care deeply about the user. You must constantly obsess over what your customers actually need. You have to focus intensely on the craft and the tiny, minute details of your execution. And you must relentlessly improve the product experience. When you take a super hard topic and make it simple and beautiful for the user, they reward you with trust. And trust is the ultimate competitive advantage.
We've covered a lot of ground today. We've seen how this generational shift demands incredible speed paired with real responsibility. We've seen how removing development friction empowers millions of people by unlocking human agency. We've learned exactly why founders must treat AI providers as true collaborative partners, and we've discovered that meticulous craft is the key to building the ultimate AI moat of trust. So I want to leave you with this final thought. The barriers are gone. The friction is disappearing. You have more agency right now than at literally any point in technological history. With development friction disappearing, what societal problem are you going to solve? Get out there and build something that matters. Thanks so much for joining me on The Explainer.